So this video is very important because a lot of y'all are going to your doctors being misdiagnosed with cancer, when in actuality you have dwarf tapeworms mimicking what you call cancer cells. That's right. Whenever these dwarf tapeworms are in the body, the first thing you have to do is detonate the DNA. And how do they do that? They plug their microtubules into the DNA, reversing it. This is what you call reverse transcriptase. So they use their enzymes and viral proteins to put your RNA under a hypnosis temporarily so that the immune system can be tricked. Tapeworms can mimic cancer cells. And when they mimic these cancer cells, what happens is you have something called signaling pathways in the central nervous system. So the parasite sends what you call an enzyme into the central nervous system to convert all of those genetic material messages into their genetic material. And now your immune system won't attack them because guess what? They are carrying your genetic material. That's right. So, a lot of you don't understand that doctors are telling you that you have cancer and they are performing biopsies on you, which is like throwing a stone at a hornet's nest. It causes these parasites to go crazy. They start moving into other locations of the body, laying infections, and these infections is what drives up your white blood cell count. These cells are actually parasites. They are performing mimicry of things inside of your biochemical structure. And they are copy and pasting information from your DNA to become a part of you. I get a lot of people who come to me and say, oh, I was prescribed this by a herbalist and it didn't work. I didn't see anything come out. This is because you have to understand chemistry. You are not just dealing with herbs, you are healing people. You are dealing with what you call acids, enzymes, phytochemicals. And the foundation of all of these is what you call cultures. If you don't know how to charge your cultures inside of your phytochemicals, then the electron transfer is not aggressive. And the biofilms, these microorganisms that these parasites use as bulletproof vests and vehicles to navigate through the central nervous system to get to the brain, you have to understand that those phytochemicals will cause what you call a repellation process, which will repel these phytochemicals from being able to do what they need to do. Parasites know how to go into your genetic material and copy and paste your information to become you. And depending on how strong your immune system is, when you become unconscious from the physical body at night when sleeping, right? When you go into your dream state, they can actually take over the central nervous system and have you sleepwalk into the refrigerator to eat, to feed them. That's right. They can take over your consciousness and put you in a sunken place. So you have something called praziquantel, right? And this is an eradicator of dwarf tapeworms. This will eliminate them even in their mimicking stage when they are actually trying to trick your immune system to have the immune system attack you instead of them. A lot of people didn't die from cancer. A lot of people died because their immune system started to attack them because the parasite started to coordinate the genetic material to do so. So instead of the immune system attacking them, the parasite, the scientists, got into your genetic material and started to master your chromosomes and turned your immune system against you. And you thought it was cancer. This is why when you go to the doctor and they say that they think that you have cancer, tell them to run scans for parasites. Tell them to prescribe you something for parasites first. Because I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people that come to me when I'm doing blood work on them with cancer, what I find is a high level of glycoproteins inside of the blood. A high level of candida inside of the blood. Candida is a parasite. And it feeds on sugar and starch. What does sugar and starch become? It becomes biofilms. These microorganisms that parasites use to get into the genetic material to conquer your passcodes. So now they can take up your body using their microtubules and tell your immune system to fight you instead of them. How do they do that? They copy and paste your DNA into themselves, into their genetic material. And they take their genetic material and their DNA and they put it in you. So your immune system starts to look at you as a threat. And the parasite has now taken over your biochemical structure. So what can we use to get rid of parasites even in their mimicry stages? What can we do to get rid of these parasitic eggs, which is more detrimental than the parasite itself? Because parasite eggs, when they get into the central nervous system, they can conquer certain vertebrae columns, which is connected to the part of the brain that tells you to shut down. Everything starts here. But guess what? I got a formula that will eradicate not only the tapeworms, but their eggs and the biofumes that they use to invade your genetic material to turn your immune system against you. If you're interested, hit me up. And it says, yes, some parasites can mimic host cells through a process called molecular mimicry, which can sometimes lead to cancer-like conditions. In some rare and extreme cases, parasite cells can even develop their own cancer and transmit it to a human host. This is where your doctors can misdiagnose you. And it says, yes, parasites can be mistaken for cancer because some parasitic infections can cause tumor-like masses that can spread and behave like cancer, especially in immunocompromised individuals or in regions where the infections are uncommon. And it goes on and say, yes, parasites, particularly the tapeworm, in a rare case can develop cancer-like growths that look like human cancer cells and can even invade human tissue, causing tumors. And it says, Parazitic is the treatment of choice for infections caused by the dwarf tapeworm. It is highly effective and works by paralyzing the worms, causing them to detach from the intestinal wall and be eliminated by the body. And this is a powerful herb called perilla. It said, yes, studies show that compounds from perilla inhibits the growth and virulence of candida yeast. The essential oil and a key monoterpenoid called perilladehide are particularly effective. This is a key compound extracted from perilla leaves with proven antifungal activity against candida albicans.